don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. All right, Badlapur. Badlapur. Apparently, it's a movie. It's the name of a location, which honestly, for me, doesn't make any sense because the only time they really showed the location was when they were at the train station and they showed the sign of the location. So the story starts out with a very long shot, and I was thinking, oh, okay, I gotta pay attention. I gotta know what's going on. I gotta see it all. And there's this woman and her son shopping, like getting things for groceries outside like a bank. They're just like at one of those little cart markets. And she goes to her car. The bank is being robbed. They jump in her car, and like, who robs a bank without having a vehicle planted there to escape? Who does that? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. If you're planning on escaping, you need a vehicle. Or were you just planning on taking the first random vehicle you saw, and there just happened to be someone you plan that stuff out beforehand. So that's one thing that threw me off in the beginning. Actually, it threw me off right now as I'm thinking about it, because it's just like, you should have thought this through, because you guys were done. You guys were caught already. So they take this car, and the driver basically has a loaded gun, and the son is in the passenger seat. The driver, who has the gun, one of the bank robbers, and then one of the bank robbers is in the back with all the money, with the mother, making sure the mother stays put. And for some reason, as they're speeding, the passenger side door opens, and the son falls out the door and basically dies right then and there. The mother struggles to get the car stopped and fights with them, trying to escape. And the driver basically turns around, shoots her in the chest, and thinks nothing of it, doesn't care. Obviously is happy with what he did. Felt nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. Which kind of threw me off at the end. I mean, if you were trying to go for sympathy, trying to go for a mistake, you would show something there, but they showed nothing. They made it seem like he was cold-blooded. He basically handed the gun to his partner and allowed his partner to escape with all the cash. And basically they worked out a deal where if he doesn't rat him out, he would get his portion when he escaped. And the father, I thought it was going to be a revenge story where the father basically gets to kill everyone, but it went south way too quickly. So the father basically feels like it is the one who is in prison that killed him, because the guy says, oh, it wasn't me, it was my partner. It was my partner that killed him. It was my partner that killed him. I was driving, I couldn't have done it. So he's doing that. But the father feels like it's him. So I'm like, okay, the father knows, and just trying to... And then the man gets sentenced to 20 years. And the father basically goes to a place in Badlapur, and basically lives in a hotel or a hostel or something for 20 years, confiding himself in his own prison, waiting for that man to be released so he can, well, find the other person. And he's given the opportunity to release this man early. I forgot to mention that he found out who the man who was in prison, who he loved, and he basically took advantage of her. Absolutely just took advantage of her. And it was disgusting. It makes you not rationalize with anyone. Because here the prisoner is basically apologizing for something he obviously doesn't care about. The way he's apologizing is just like, yeah, he feels like he's gotten away with everything and he just doesn't care. And this father is basically, he's destroying the memory. It's just like, you don't do that. You don't do that. And it was aggravating. It hurt to watch, because it was just like, he obviously is just doing whatever he wants. He doesn't care about the memory of his wife. He doesn't care about the memory of his child. He's just, well, I guess he's destroyed inside, but he's taking it out on the wrong people, on the innocent ones, on the loved ones of, like, if they were terrible people who that love, it would be like, okay, they're already terrible people. They weren't. They were just trying to make their living. And so 15 years goes by, and he's finally released because he's dying of cancer. And he finds out who the partner was. And again, he kills the partner, he kills the partner's wife. He literally goes far beyond what you would expect. I was thinking he would just kill the partner and then kill the one who was just released from prison, finally get his revenge. But no, he went the extra step, killing the wife. He went the extra mile of just destroying them completely, making the husband think that it was just too many things. Just, it makes you not care for anyone at all. And at the very end, they basically have the one who was in prison confess to the murder of The accomplice, the one that the well, the one who lost everything, the one who lost his wife, the one who lost the his son, who killed the guy's friends. Sorry, I'm probably not making much sense. And the convict confesses to it. And then at the very end, it was just like, oh, he wanted to give you a second chance. It was like, that's BS. That's BS. Here he's saying that, because the convict finally confesses that he did it. He did it in a moment of sadness, in a moment he didn't know it was him. He did. It's like, no. If you were in that mindset, you notice it and you regret it and you show it, or you bottle it up and try to kill it. But you never act like nothing bothered you. Never. So it's just like, he was aggravating because he was just trying to be the bigger man. No, you have 5 months left to live. You don't mind doing that, and because it's just like this movie doesn't make any sense. This movie made absolutely no sense, and I couldn't really relate to anyone. And what threw me off was the cover literally has the father guy, the one who lost his wife and child. He's literally holding a hammer, blood covering it as he's swinging, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be an action revenge movie. No, absolutely not. If that's what you're thinking, no. I should have probably watched the trailer and done a reaction to it first, because this probably would have really thrown me. And then I watch the movie and be like, this is nothing like that trailer. So yeah, I definitely need to start watching more trailers and doing reactions to them, because honestly, the review would be completely contrary, I'm sure, to what the trailer is. We'll see. Yeah, but yeah, thank you all for watching. Not really, because there's not really a main character to this movie, because you hate everyone. You hate everyone, absolutely. There's no one worth liking, except for like the mother and child at the very beginning, because there you see like a mother and child, and maybe the father at the beginning when he's brokenhearted. But after that first scene, you don't care for anyone, and you're literally watching a movie of people you can't relate to. And no one can relate to that father who's trying to get revenge that way. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. At least I don't think it's logical. But then again, he wasn't thinking rationally. So you can probably give it that. But still, yeah, Badlapur. It's not really worth the watch, I'm going to say. But I do love Indian cinema. So there's that. I always give it a shot. Always try to give it a shot. Even if it's completely... well, it doesn't seem like there's any story there, or there's no real relatable character. It's still worth a shot, because sometimes they'll have epic scenes, sometimes they'll have epic dialogue, sometimes they'll just have some amazing shots that make it worthwhile. Yeah. Yeah, Badlapur. Don't know what else to say about it. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles!